Alright, welcome back. Mech 1340. We're just chugging through timers here. Doing the last timer here. I'm going to kind of fill in where we left off in the last one. So we've gone through setting up tags multiple times. I don't think I need to revisit this one. I kind of have it set up, ready to go here so that we can just drop in the timer and actually kind of go and watch it function. So I have an e-stop, right? Remember, I can't use the P because it pauses my video. So it says esto, but it's e-stop. And then I have start. I'm too lazy to change the letter to something different when I'm recording right now. So that'll answer that question when you guys are like, why don't you just change it to a different letter and make it work? I just want to get these done. So really it's just all pure laziness. But moving forward here, and now I want to turn on a light. So we're going to use a pulse timer. This is a timer I like to use for a lot of things, alright? So I'm going to come over here and grab it. It's the TP, time pulse. Okay, make sure you click it in here. I'm just going to call it TP timer 1. For lack of a better name for right now. Okay, so it's going to pulse it in. So what the pulse timer is going to do is whatever time I set it to pulse, as soon as it's activated or actuated or energized, whichever term you want to use, it's going to pulse out for that specific amount of time. So what I'm going to do is turn it on for 5 seconds, okay? And then it's going to pulse out for 5 seconds, and then it's going to stop. All right, so I'm going to set that here. So we're going to click here. Once again, this is T pound, and then we just want to do 5 seconds. And you can make it do milliseconds or something if you want to make it do really quick. And we also got to keep track of our elapsed time here. So our E time that I've already put on there. I've already created all these tags. I've already set the I/O. I've already set up the PLC. You've seen me do that in multiple other lectures. If not, watch a previous lecture of mine, even the one before, that'll show you how to set up the tags and everything. Okay, so we should be able to ready to go here with this timer. Okay, it's a pulse timer. So I'm going to compile first, and then I'm going to download. I've already set up my PLC, so it's ready to rock and roll. Alright, and I hit load, and I'm going to come up here, I'm going to hit monitor, so I can monitor what's going on with this pulse timer. Alright, so once again, I'm just using the Festo IO sim here in my hand. I know I don't have a picture of that for you guys. We also use the Amatrol 87 iOS to do the same thing. Alright, so I have my e-stop enabled. I'm really just waiting to hit the start button. And the thing about the pulse timer is it's going to be retentive. Once I tell it to pulse, it's going to pulse, regardless of if I reset it or not, or turn it off, the start button. But I'm going to hit the start button right now, alright, or the switch, and you're going to see it's going to pulse out for 5 seconds. You can watch it accumulate the time under E time, and then it's going to stop. Okay, there's nothing else I can do to make this pulse right now. I have to be able to clear this somehow, alright, and I'm going to do it by just turning off the start button. Okay, and when I can hit the start button right now and turn it right back off, and it's still going to pulse out for 5 seconds. Okay, so it's retentive there. It will just pulse out for 5 seconds, and that's all you want. So the way to reset this is to always have like a not something else in front of that input there. So like if we were running like cascading lights or something, as long as it's not one of the other lights, then it'll start back over and pulse. So that you have the seal in with the start button as well that you want to have going on. Okay, so we're going to play around with those in class, but I just want to know that you have the basic setup for a pulse timer, what a pulse timer is, what it really means. So I'm having it pulse out. I'm going to energize for 5 seconds. So that's really it for a pulse timer. I know the program at the top says retentive on delay, but I just kept that same program and threw the pulse timer in here just to show you guys how to use the pulse timer. So some of you guys are looking at the timer like, this says retentive on delay timer. This is not a retentive on delay timer. That was the last lecture. I just didn't feel like creating a new program when I can just drag and drop the timer in here for you. So once again, as usual, if you have any questions, let me know. Shoot me an email. Else I'll see you guys in lab. We'll start doing our stoplight program here real soon. Alright guys, take care. See you in class.